In the modern world, we are so caught up in our phones, in our work, in our relationships, and so many other distractions. And because of this, we are less happy, we are less efficient with our work, and we're not as confident as we are supposed to be. Therefore, I want to give you 3 stoic quotes from 3 great stoic philosophers of the past to help you become unstoppable, to help you evolve into your best self. Number 1, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This is a quote by Marcus Aurelius. This is really the fundamental principle of Stoicism itself. There are 2 types of things in the world: things you can control and things you cannot control. Every day, you are given a certain amount of energy you can spend, you can use on your work or your thoughts. So if you put all your energy onto the things you cannot control, you'll have no energy for the things that you can control. And what ends up happening? You get nothing done. Because you cannot control anything, so it doesn't matter. Now what happens if you take that energy and you put it into things you can control? Now things are rolling, things are happening. You'll get results, you'll see progress. Why would you think about things that you cannot control? Like, why would you think about what other people think about you, about the weather, about how you're injured and you're unable to play your sport for the next 1 week? The thing is, you cannot change anything about it. All you can do is wait. And that is the only thing you can do to change things you cannot control. Or waiting might not even help, so really, you can't really control it. So why would you put your energy and your thoughts onto things you cannot control? That's not gonna help you. What's going to help you is focusing on what you can control. There are a few things you can control. Your work ethic, how much effort you put into your work, the time you wake up, how much effort you put into your diet, how you speak to other people, how you choose to react to other people. And even if you cannot control these things, you say, oh, I'm too broke for a healthy diet. Or, oh, my teachers force me to act in this way. There is one thing you always have control over. There is one thing you always have freedom over. And that is your thoughts. That is the most crucial thing you have, because it is the only thing which you actually have freedom over. It's the only thing you actually possess. Anything else can be taken away from you. However, your thoughts can never be taken away from you. Your thoughts are always yours, and thus you have to treasure your thoughts. You cannot let your thoughts go away. You cannot let it turn bad. You cannot let your thoughts rot. So stop thinking bad thoughts. Think positively. Take pride over your own thoughts. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Number 2. Second quote. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Again, this quote is by Marcus Aurelius. This quote gives you a perspective on things. Now let me ask you, if you're going through any journey, let's say getting the physique you want, getting the grades you want, or achieving any goal you have at all, there's one thing that you will always face, and that is problems. And there's nothing you can do about it. It is a fact. If you want to achieve something, you will have to face problems. Normally, people look at this as a bad thing. They look at problems and say, now I cannot get my goal. But you have to look at it from a different perspective. If problems are always here, then why should I complain about problems? If problems are always here, then they are not just obstacles. They are part of the process. They are part of the journey. The fact that there are problems shows that the journey has started. If there are no problems, the journey hasn't started. You haven't done anything. Your journey only starts when you actually face problems and you encounter them and you face them with your shield and your sword. You fight with brutality and confidence and courage. You fight these problems and you overcome these problems. Then you know your journey has begun. I want you to imagine, do you think your journey is a straight line with boulders on it? No, your journey isn't a straight line with just random boulders blocking your way. I want you to imagine that your journey is instead a valley of mountains. Each mountain has different heights, but it doesn't matter. You still have to go up, you still have to go down, up and down. Now, would you consider these mountains as an obstacle? Not really, because the obstacle isn't the mountain. The mountain isn't the obstacle. The mountain is the journey. The mountain is the way. What stands in the way becomes the way. Your problems are part of your journey, and that is something you have to ingrain in your mind right now. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Number 3. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Again, this is another quote by Marcus Aurelius. It's really piercing. What do you define as doing work? Because you're doing less work than you think. Planning about doing work isn't doing work. Talking about doing work isn't doing work. Complaining about doing work isn't doing work. You know what is doing work? It's simply sitting down and doing the work. Similarly, arguing about how a man should behave isn't being a good man. Arguing simply wastes time. You have to cut out the unnecessary. You have to cut out the redundant. You know in your own heart what you have to do, and you know that there are a few things that give you most of the results. You know there are a few things that you have to do and are the most important, but you still avoid them. You work on the tiny tasks instead. Cut out the unnecessary. Just focus on what you need. You have so much more time, which can be used again to focus on what you need. Stop arguing about what a good man should be. Just be one. That's it for my video. 3 stoic rules that will make you unstoppable. If you follow these, you can really change your life. I think everybody should have a phase in their life where they learn about these great Stoic philosophers, because their philosophy is profound. I mean, it can be encapsulated with a simple quote: "It is what it is." That is basically the basis of Stoicism, but I hope these quotes can help you more in depth, and I hope the examples I provided can aid you in your journey. If you enjoyed this video, give the video a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe. I hope this video helped you. Bye bye.